And so let's begin. I want to first of all acknowledge you for being so courageous and being in this program. Yeah. Because to some of us, it takes a life journey to get to the point where you're ready to let go of all the pain that not consciously, but subconsciously, our parents did wrong. They were not perfect. They were brought up in a very challenging and difficult circumstances. And so they did what they could. But in the process, when we were kids, we had expectations of how they should be. And therefore we got hurt, either by mother, either by father, or both. If your parents gone through divorce, that's a source of trauma. If they were arguing, it's a source of trauma. If they were treating your siblings better than you sometimes, for kids, it's also a painful. And so some of you are holding some of those pains in the background. Some of you are still upset with your ex-husband or ex-partner, or possibly even a current partner, meaning your husband or boyfriend or fiance. And so today you will have a chance to say everything to them, to be free, because sometimes when we're holding something that we wanted to say when we were 3 or 5 or 10 or 15 years old, it is still in our body. And then we're not sure why we're suppressed and not saying something to our boyfriend, to our boss, to our friends, to our colleagues, to our clients, to our customers. It's all internal. And then also you'll have a chance to finally to forgive yourself for the choices you've made. Maybe you attracted the wrong partner in your mind, that's what you think, and you've gone through pain. Maybe you opened the business that was not going well and you've lost a lot of money. Maybe you were working in a company that you disliked, or even found the career because you thought that you need to pay bills and rent, and you continue to being in this job even though you knew that this is not your path. And this is how you violated yourself. And so you'll have a chance to forgive also yourself. And so before we begin, I would really like for some of you who feel calling to share what is the major thing you're going to work on today. Please share, because you're going to bring up something that maybe you forgot, or maybe it's there but you feel uncomfortable. But if you're sharing, you're bringing it right to the surface, because each one of you is going to be very connected during this practice. You're connected to me and I'm connected to you, and we're all interconnected. And so who would like to share what is the major thing you're going to work through? Who wants to share?
Mine does stem from childhood and my parents, but ultimately at this stage it's myself that's keeping it going. But mainly feeling like a burden to ask for things or have needs. That's my main hang-up.
Great, Samantha, thank you. And can you see that you're still somewhere in life, and maybe everywhere, in every relationship, you still feel that you have a hard time to ask because it's going to be a burden?
Oh, very much so.
Very good, thank you. So this is going to be your major thing that you're going to go after. Now, when I will be guiding in meditation, I'll be saying certain things, but it's your job to finish it. For example, hypothetically, I will say, what do you want to say to your mom? And I'll be pausing. During this pause, your subconscious would want to say something, and you will be saying that in your mind. Okay? Because I won't be able to know exactly what you needed to say. So those circumstances for you are going to start getting on the surface, and you will face your mom, you'll say that. Okay? When we're going to be doing father, you'll face your father and you'll say that. Mom, I wanted you to buy me shoes, but I felt really sad and scared that you'll tell me no, and I didn't say. So you will be able to say all of that, okay? Sometimes when parents are making certain comments, they're translating their insecurity to us, but mainly because when they are insecure, we are absorbing their insecurity as well. it's kind of a blueprint. If a mom in certain places feel insecure to say no, and she does something and she doesn't want to, it's all about insecurity. It's all about not self-love and feeling not good enough. A little girl is looking at her and absorbs all of her insecurity. And so you'll be able to share that without making your mom wrong, but telling her how it makes you feel now. Being fully vulnerable and being fully authentic. Did she do that on purpose? Absolutely not. But this is how she was. And this is what you're dealing with now. And so you can leave that with her and allow her to give you that love, that confidence, that you're perfect and whole and complete the way you are. Now, before we begin, I also want to go over something. Some of you might fall asleep during the practice, and that's why it's important not to lay down. You gotta be sitting, okay? And if it's gonna be sometimes very challenging, breathe deeply and surrender to that feeling, but do not stop. Breathe, but do not stop, okay? If you will lean back very comfortably, you might fall asleep. If you fall asleep, it's still gonna work, because in this particular meditation, psychological meditation, your subconscious mind and your conscious mind both gonna hear me. And so even if you're falling asleep, your subconscious mind gonna do work for you. But I would prefer for you not to fall asleep, because then you will remember. Otherwise, you're going to be comparing, oh, Kristen did so and so, she has now this breakthroughs, Anya did so and so, and she has this breakthroughs, and I guess I did something wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. Your mind going to do what it's prepared to do, and everybody going to have different journey. Now, before we begin, if you have to go to the bathroom, it's time to go, because now for the next 2 hours, maybe even 2 hours and a half, you will be doing this exercise. So who wants to go get a water, get a blanket, because you might get cold, you might be crying, so you need to get tissues, or go to the bathroom, because we're going to start really soon, in a few minutes. Who wants to go? Go.
Just want to ask you, Amrita, should I put it this like bright light, or should I leave it?
Yes, preferably no bright lights, but again, comfortable for you. What is comfortable for you?
Yeah,
It's not too hot, not too cold, not too bright, not too dark, whatever is your comfort zone. Now, ladies, it is really important that if you feel sad, that you cry. So in a moment, we're going to begin practically a mini surgery, and so allow yourself to grieve through it, not to feel embarrassed or ashamed of crying. And also, after the practice today, if you feel like going to sleep, go to sleep. Even if you're not hungry, you wanted to eat ice cream. Preferably take a bubble bath so you can relax today and tomorrow and for the next 3 weeks. So you're going through a really deep psychological exercise. So be very, very kind, especially the next few days, to yourself. And so let's begin. I would like for you to get comfortable. Get in a chair or recliner and close your eyes. Right now we'll go through the practice of forgiveness. And so I would like for you to begin by absorbing your breath. Pay attention where your breath begins and how it transforms to exhale. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Pay attention to your upper back. Feel your skin there and fully relax. Again, continue paying attention to your breath. Breathing in expanding your chest and your lungs, and slowly exhaling, letting go, relaxing your lower back. And now you can imagine a place where you feel good and safe. Imagine yourself there and pay attention to what's on the right, what's on your left. See your legs and your hands and your arms there. Look at what are you wearing. Look up and see if there's a sky above you or a wall. Pay attention to all the details. What's around you? Smell the air of the space you're in. Pay attention to the details around you. And continue to breathe easily and comfortably. Easily and effortlessly. And now, find an object or a place next to you that has a lot of powerful energy. It could be anything that will support you during this practice. Come close to this object, and you can literally take its power, or metaphorically, the choice is yours. Do this right now and feel the energy and the power in your body and in every cell. Calm down your mind by continuing to breathe easily and effortlessly. And you can do anything you'd like in the space you are in. You can turn on the lights or turn them off, or you can move any objects there. A few more seconds, and now I would like for you to transform yourself into a different space. It's an open space or an open room with large windows and 2 recliners. You can sit in one of the recliners and allow yourself to feel. What is this recliner is made of? What is the fabric is made of? Is it a solid color? Is it a leather or a fabric? What kind of fabric? Pay attention to these details, and at the same time, feel your back and your body sinking into this recliner. Now someone is walking through the door, and it is your mother. And she's walking in front of you and sitting in the recliner in front of you. Right now, all you're doing is just sitting in front of your mother and looking at her. Keep looking in her eyes. And let the energy flow between both of you. Just keep looking in her eyes. Feel the flow. And begin to say, Mom, I wanted to say to you, and finish the phrase. Tell her what hurt you upset you. Tell her the way it is. What feelings you felt. How unfair it was for you. Mom, I want to tell you. Tell your mom about your pain, anger, how mean she was, how she didn't allow you something, how she didn't help you in the right moment. When she didn't buy something that you wanted. How she laughed at you or didn't support you. Tell her what you never told her before. Tell her what you were afraid of to even think about. Mom, I want to tell you. Go to full authenticity and honesty with yourself. Don't hold anything back. Mom, I want to tell you. Keep going even deeper and deeper to some suppressed pain that you forgot and don't think about anymore, but it is there. Mom, I want to tell you. Admit everything that was hidden, your worst and most painful feelings. Go even deeper on the level where there is a lot of pain, anger, sadness, maybe rage and hate. Take that part of you that is angry and possibly hates her or anyone else. Mom, I want to tell you. Keep going even deeper on a level where you've never been before, where you are afraid of your own feelings. Mom, I want to tell you. Tell her about the situations where you truly suffered and felt helpless, hopeless, resigned, where all of your pain, hate, and rage is. Mom, I want to tell you. Keep sharing, don't hold anything back. Keep remembering all of the situations you have gone through. Take it all out until the very last drop. Mom, I want to tell you, keep sharing. I want to acknowledge you for your courage and honesty to go to this deep level. Now imagine how you get up from your recliner and your body, and your mom gets up from her recliner and her body, and both of you changing each other's place. You are sitting in her recliner and her body, and she is sitting in your body and your recliner. Allow yourself to feel what you feel, that your grown child is sitting in front of you, and she told you for the first time what she feels. Tell your child your point of view, how you felt during this incident. Tell her your side of the story, what you felt, and what you wanted for your child, who is now grown and sitting in front of you. How you viewed all of these circumstances, breakdowns. Keep sharing with your daughter how you felt and how you feel now. Continue to share your side of the story. Tell where you felt fear, shame, hopelessness, helplessness. How you wanted to survive. Tell about your emotions and your real intentions. What you wanted there and then. Go deep in her world. Keep experiencing her feelings, her emotions, her words. What are you experiencing now? How is it to experience your mom and her world? View her world and her life. Keep feeling her. Sometimes we hurt others because we are hurt ourselves, because we're very hurt and feeling helpless, tired, and because we lack love. We are weak and hopeless. Now you can get up from your mother's body and recliner, and your mom gets up from her body and her recliner, and you can go back to your recliner and your body. Now you know a bigger picture. Now you know how incidents happen from both sides, how life happened from her side. Tell your mom, Mom, I forgive you for, and finish the phrase. Tell your mom what you want to forgive her for. Mom, I forgive you for manipulations, pain, coldness, aggression, insecurity. I forgive you for having no love. Because you didn't love yourself, you couldn't give me love. I forgive you for not understanding. And continue. Mom, I forgive you for. Mom, I forgive you for not being gentle, soft, kind, loving. Mom, I forgive you because you didn't look or act the way I wanted. I forgive you for your relationship with Dad. Mom, I forgive you for. I forgive you for the words you said. And finish the phrase. Mom, I forgive you because you didn't support me and help me, or because you were not around me. Go to a deepest level of forgiveness. Go to emotional freeing feeling of forgiveness. Mom, I forgive you for. If you can't forgive your mom for something, then just tell her that I can't forgive you for that, but I'm going there. And if you have more things to say to your mom, then you can take a step back and continue. Mom, I want to tell you until you're ready to forgive her. Mom, I forgive you for. Go to the maximum depth of forgiveness. And I want to acknowledge you for going to this depth of forgiveness. Now tell your mom a phrase. Mom, forgive me for. And now ask her to forgive you. Finish the phrase. Mom, forgive me for my coldness, for my anger, for my words that I said. Please forgive me for lying. Forgive me for. Finish the phrase. And share specific action and words that you wanted to say. Forgive me. Mom, forgive me for. Keep going to the depth of forgiveness. Please forgive me for my expectations or still expecting, for not accepting, judging. Forgive me for not wanting to talk to you. Forgive me for anger and not paying attention to you. For being mean, for being proud. Forgive me for lying to you. I acknowledge you for honesty to go this deep. Tell your mom this phrase. Mom, I acknowledge you for. And finish the phrase. Mom, I acknowledge you for my life, for giving me my life. I acknowledge you for giving me breath. Mom, I was enjoying life and smelling so many tasty smells. Mom, I acknowledge you for beautiful, bright sunsets that I saw. Mom, I was falling in love and I felt so much feelings because of you. Mom, I acknowledge you for my adventure and my travels because you gave me my life. My results are your results. It is all thanks to you, Mom. Mom, I thought before it was all me. But it is all thanks to you. I laughed so hard. I felt so much love or hate, all because of you. I learned how to bully, justify, protect it, being stubborn, or leading, expressing my feelings. You taught me this. I was helping people because of you. You protected me the best way that you could. Sometimes it was so painful for me. It was all defense mechanism, but I am so grateful to you, Mom. Dear Mom, it all thanks because of you. Thanks to you, I'm having kids now, if you have kids. Thanks to you, I have friends now. And I have wonderful and amazing kids, thanks to you. I was able to give them life because you gave me life. Feel this deep appreciation for your life. Because you are living, because you are feeling, breathing, and you're feeling joy and courage. Victory. And because you smell and taste and fell in love and will continue falling in love and keep loving. And this is the gift of life. Gift from your mom. Without her, you wouldn't have all of this. Without her, nothing would be possible in your life. Allow yourself to feel this deep appreciation. Feel the warmth in your heart. Feel the love in your heart. And now imagine that you are standing from your recliner and taking her hands in your hands. And from your heart, from the center of your heart, you feel the light that is coming from your heart, which is all unconditional love, pure light. And it is going from you to your mom, and from your mom to you. This is unconditional love from her center of her heart to you, and from yours to her. And in this light, it becomes unclear if this is her love or your love to her, and it doesn't matter. Allow yourself to feel and spread it in every cell of your being. Feels like your entire body is now spreading with this white, beautiful, pure color white, which is nothing but unconditional love. Hug your mom and say to her, "Dear Mom, I'm so grateful to you. I love you. Thank you, Mom." And let her go. Thank her for coming into your session. And you can go back and sit in your recliner and take a deep breath and exhale. And we will continue. Now to the room enters the next person. It is your father. If you have enjoyed the session, Forgiveness of Your Mother, I highly suggest for you to complete the healing process and purchase the program, all 3 in one: forgiveness of your father, forgiveness of your partner, and forgiveness of yourself. Give yourself this biggest gift so you can live life trusting, loving, accepting, and most importantly, let go of bitterness, resentment, and pain You deserve to live a happy life. Namaste, my friends.
I did have to keep myself awake.
Got it.
In the dad one specifically.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. And who wants to share? Did you feel any of the resistance towards mom, dad, yourself, or your ex or current partner? Who wants to share?
Me, yes, for me it was very powerful. No, I thought that I already forgave everyone significant in my life, but something told me I should join today. So it was the most. It went smooth, but it was very emotional with mother and the partner, the last one. So the beginning and the end.
The beginning and the
I
end.
felt many emotions in this part, and in the middle for father and myself, it was smooth and peaceful.
Fabulous, fabulous. Because a lot of times, again, the most difficult thing for people either forgive mom or dad, or sometimes the ex-partner or themselves. And so I just want to acknowledge you for doing the work and forgiving fully your mom and your last partner. Great work, Anya. If you're getting emotional, that's where a lot of work is still has to be done.
Yes.
And so you were able to release.
So.
Excellent. Good work, Anya. Thank you. Anyone else?
I definitely had much more emotions come through with my parents. And then I noticed with my ex, it was much more, it wasn't as emotional. But I'm kind of like Anya, where I've done a lot of work with my parents, and I came into this class thinking that, like, I've already done a lot of that work, but boy, there was still a lot of emotion there. So
Yes. Good work, Samantha. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Because again, I would say that our parents are 90% of our emotional baggage, because when we were little, we made up all kinds of stories about them. We had all kinds of expectations, and we couldn't experience them, what they were going through. And so if you are able to forgive mom and dad, 90% you're already in a really powerful space, because the ex-partners and us is already the tip of the iceberg. So really good work. Thank you, Samantha. Who else wants to share?
For me, it was very emotional. I feel much lighter, so it's very effective exercise. I connected with the teenage version of myself. That was who I was having my conversation with, and I've done similar work before, but it's the first time it's a teenage version of me that I see.
Yes.
And so I think I have to speak to her a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that is the person that I need to really connect with and work on those wounds. And yeah.
Were you able to do that? Were you able to?
Yes.
Did she feel your love, and did you integrate it at the end with her?
Very much. And it was so strange. I've never experienced that before. That is the teenage version of me. So it's very, very good, very emotional.
Very good. Excellent, Zokia. I want to tell you that if you feel in life mostly insecure, that means somewhere as a child you are still living inside of your trauma. And therefore it's hard for you to make decisions and you feel insecure. It's a version of a 3, 5, 6, 8-year-old. If you feel in life that you're like bullying life and you are fighting through life, you're angry at life, you're trying to prove something, that you're mainly living as a teenager. And that means you're stuck inside of the teenage trauma. And so you today were completing that. And so I want to acknowledge yourself. Really good work. Good job. Thank you for sharing. Any more questions with regards to what you did and how you're feeling? Anything? Because today I would like for you to rest, nothing, nothing active, no nightclubs, no important meetings, resting, really resting. If you can, take a bubble bath either with Epsom salt, regular salt, sea salt meaning, or soda, baking soda, And for 15 minutes, relax. Whenever the emotion's going to start rising, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, relaxing in a bubble bath. That's going to calm you down, because this process might be going still for you for the next 2 to 3 weeks. If you were hitting something heavy and uncomfortable that was suppressed. And so it's not kind of 2-3 days, it could be even 2-3 weeks. And so gotta be very, very gentle. You've gone through the mini surgery, okay? Gotta be kind to yourself. Anything else, ladies, that you want to share? Because I'm surprised. We did really well and completed much faster, because usually people have heavy resistance doing this exercise. And I thought as a group there would be stuff coming up. And you did really well. And so if you will experience some sadness a few days from now, you just gotta hold yourself as a baby and allow yourself to cry. Cancel your work, cancel your meeting, and just allow yourself to grieve. And that's a very healing, very deep healing space, okay? And if it's not gonna happen, that means you've gone through it enough today, and it's gonna softly and gently will go through the next 2-3 weeks. But sometimes the curve might go really down, and it's okay. Okay?